Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory. We have got AC Milan in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. I knew it. I said this in the watch along yesterday. I just knew it. I knew that we were going to get an Italian side. I just felt it because the last time it happened, it was a very long time ago. And it was just deemed to happen. Let's be honest. Let's talk about this. I don't know how I feel because it definitely could have gotten worse in a sense that we could have gotten Liverpool and we could have gotten Bayer Leverkusen. But I also think it could have gone better because I think Milan are the third worst team to face at time of speaking in this Europa League draw. So look. Let's discuss about this. Let's talk about this because I think it's very interesting. As always, how is everybody doing? End of the week, so do hit the like, do subscribe. Like target today. You know what? Let's go for 100 likes. If you believe we can humble Milan, this fixture is all about believing in yourself, and we're gonna get onto the motivational side of this live stream in a second. How are we feeling? End of the week. Sassuolo on Sunday, so match preview will come tomorrow. But yeah, do hit the like, do subscribe, and also do let me know some updates on the sound, on the lagging, because we had a lot of problems in yesterday's watch along. So if you can let me know if the sound is good, if the lagging is all right, it would be great because I'm in this transition with the software that I use for live streaming. So do let me know all of that and let's get into this. I think it could have gotten worse because Liverpool is going to be playing in Dublin. I think if there's one certainty from today's draw is that Liverpool are gonna be playing that final. The question is, who are they going to play that final against? Because Liverpool are going to beat Atalanta and Liverpool are going to beat the winning team between Benfica and Marseille. They're just unplayable right now. I think Liverpool's B team would beat Atalanta, Marseille and Benfica. This is not the tournament that Liverpool need to be playing in. This is not the tournament that represents Liverpool. So you know they're gonna win this. I think they're gonna go the whole way and they're gonna lift that trophy in Dublin. That's the certainty of today's draw. There are a lot of very interesting questions to be asked about this draw, but it could have gone worse. It could have gone better because Benfica and Marseille, and I also think West Ham were better to face. But we got Milan. And we need to be playing against Milan in exactly 1 month time. Not exactly. In a little less than a month, we will be playing the first leg at San Siro against Milan. I think if I ask the question, how do we feel about the draw to everybody in this stream, everybody would say that they don't know how to feel. And if that's your answer, I fully relate to you. Because I don't know how to feel about this draw. Because I'm being very honest, as of today, the 15th of March, I do give Milan the favourite, you know? I do call Milan the favourites in this tie. Things can change because we can improve, Milan can worsen, Milan are not living in the greatest of periods. We're definitely improving a lot. We're playing better, and we can pose difficulties to AC Milan. And in Europe, we're a different gravy. But something still says to me that Milan are favourites. The thing that tells me that Milan are favourites are the stats. You know, we've played against Milan 2 times this season, and we've lost both times. We played against Milan last year, and we lost 1 game. No, in fact, we drew both games. Sorry about that. But yeah, over these past recent years, we've never beaten Milan. And that's the thing. This is a different game because it's in Europe and also because it's a 2-leg game. And the fact that we're playing the second leg at the Olimpico, in my opinion, is very good. because Olympico comeback mission can happen. But other than that, Milan are just better than us. And the fact that they are before us in the league is the definition to it. Now, a lot of people will say, well, Roma's different because the two games that we lost against them were under Mourinho. Things changed. Now we can prepare a battle against Milan. We can open up against Milan. And I agree. It's hard to predict because we've not seen De Rossi play against Milan. We've seen De Rossi play against Inter. We've seen De Rossi play a few little games. Not many, but a few games against big sides. And against Inter... The mic just disconnected. I'm having severe problems. Let me just connect this other mic real quick. I don't know what is happening. It was going so well. And now all of a sudden... sorry, let me just unplug that mic. Okay, this should be a bit better, shouldn't it? I'm using the other mic right now, so do let me know, as always, if the audio is still fine. Mic test, mic test, mic test. Okay, I think you can hear me, right? Can you hear me? Yeah, De Rossi did lose against Inter, but De Rossi took his chances. And I am curious to see De Rossi in a big game against an Italian team. I am curious to see how it happens because we've seen him against Inter, but apart from Inter, we haven't really seen him against big sides. And it's hard to predict this game. I think it's close because we are Roma. We've developed a good experience in the league, in Europe in these past seasons. We've developed into a dark horse in European competitions. It's now quite a few consecutive years that we are playing a quarterfinals of a European trophy. And that is all good. But I am going to give Milan the favourites name. At least right now I am. Maybe coming closer to the game, it's going to be closer and I'm going to change my mind. But yeah, I am gonna call Milan favourites. What I do want to say, however, is kind of bring it on the motivational side because we undoubtedly are going to suffer, but at the same time, we are undoubtedly Roma. And we cannot, by any chance and by any means, be scared of anybody. We've developed this good ambience in Europe. Fear of nobody, respect of everybody. Okay? Ibrahim Wali. I mean, mate, you are an absolute legend. Another $20 donated by Ibrahim Wali. Who says, Forza Roma, I think right now we are better than Milan and we can hit the semi-final. Mate, you're a legend. I mean, you are an absolute legend. This guy, I mean, hashtag Ibrahim legend in the chat. Because you are a legend, mate. You're an absolute legend. He's been donating so much lately. You are indeed a legend. Everybody spam Ibrahim the legend in the chat. By the way, thank you for 11k as well. I feel like we're going on many different tangents here. Yeah, so we respect everybody and we take our chances against everybody, but we cannot be scared of anybody. I would have said the same thing if we'd faced Liverpool, if we'd faced Bayer Leverkusen, and now that we're facing Milan, it's the same thing. Nothing changes. Nothing can change and nothing will change. First leg is away, second leg is at home. There just needs to be this... We need to start dominating these Milan sides. In the long term, we will need to evolve and we will need to start dominating games against Inter, against Juventus, and against Milan. Right now is not the time to say that we are doing that because it's a few years now that we're not winning these games. But in order to improve, we need to win these games. We need to start dominating against the northern teams. So yeah. With that being said, I'm still a bit... I mean, look, I think we can all agree that lifting this Europa League this season is going to be a miracle. I mean, look at the teams that are in it. I actually didn't pay attention to this yesterday because, I was focusing on Roma, the fact that we qualified for the next round. But have we all seen the teams that are playing the Europa League this season? I mean, it's literally like a mini Champions League. Liverpool, Atalanta, Bayer Leverkusen, Milan, West Ham, Marseille, Benfica. These are all teams which 8 out of 10 times play in the Champions League. This Europa League is not only very competitive, but it's also very, very interesting, very intriguing. There is a clear favourite, yes, but football's unpredictable, as we keep on saying. And in order for us to lift that trophy in Dublin, we need to become unbeatable. Because in order for us to lift that trophy in Dublin, we need to beat Milan, we need to beat Leverkusen, who in my opinion are going to go through against West Ham, and we need to beat Liverpool, who are basically already in the final. I mean, that is what you call a European path. Imagine lifting this trophy and saying that lifting it, you beat Feyenoord, Brighton, Milan, Bayer Leverkusen, and Liverpool. I don't think we're going to lift it. As I said yesterday, the chance to win it was last season. I don't think the chance to win it is this season. But I'm also the first one to say that we need. Look, I want to see one thing from the team. I want to see one thing from this team. This one thing that I want to see from this team is I want the players to give it their all best in Europe. Because I know that it's complicated to win it this season, and I understand it. We're not the favourites, we're not the best team, we're not even the second best team, and we're not even the third best team in my opinion. To win this Conference League, there needs to be a miracle. But I'm asking for one thing as a Roma fan, who has been there for a lot of games, who has been there at the stadium every single home game this season, a few away games and all of that. We as a community breathe Roma. We as a community breathe red and yellow. We as a community breathe Romanism. And if there's one thing that this community, and I bet you any Roma fan out there can ask the team, it's not to win it. Because to win the Europa League, it would be magical, would be unimaginable. But I at least want to see one thing. The one thing that I want to see is the players giving it their all best. I want the players to squeeze every single droplet of energy, every single droplet of blood, every single droplet of sweat into that Milan tie. Away at San Siro and at home. I want to see this team fight. I really want to see this team fight. I want to see this team opening battle against Milan and keeping this battle going against the last whistle in that second leg. I don't want to see this team diverge. I don't want to see Milan dominating us, if I'm being clear. I want to see this team taking their chances, because the most important thing that Roma can do this season in the Europa League, of course, is winning it. But the secondary, most important thing that can happen to us is losing and getting out of the Europa League after giving it our best the year after we got robbed this trophy from. That's a scene that you see in gladiator films. And I want to see that. I want to see us giving a fight to Milan in the first leg, in the second leg, and overall on both legs. That is what I want to see. Because of course I want to see this team lift it, but to lift the Europa League this season, you really do need a miracle. You need the Lord coming down from the sky to the earth inside the Stadio Olimpico, and just because you know what the other thing is? The other thing is that going forward in the Europa League, and therefore, let's say we beat Milan, then we've got Bayer Leverkusen, and then let's say in the dreams we get Liverpool in the final. Imagine all of these games, while at the same time we need to play Bologna, Juventus, Atalanta, Napoli away, all consecutively in the league. how I see this European path going is we either go well, or unfortunately, if we go well, however, we're gonna lose points in the league. That's just the way it is. It was like this last season. It was like this last season. We wanted to give it our best in the Europa League because we thought that we had the chance to do it. But then top 4 in the league became virtually impossible. The objective this season is to be playing in the Champions League. The objective this season, the players and the squad that we built this season, is to be playing in the Champions League in future years, next year. So going forward in the Europa League will mean, without a doubt, losing energies in league games. And there needs to be an element of tactics in this, because we cannot be losing too many points in the league, because we're not winning Europa League. We've got Liverpool in it, we've got Bayer Leverkusen in it. So we just need to, at the same time, believe in it, but at the same time be realistic and understand that going all in Europa League will cost us points in the league. And that's the last thing we need to do. Because you look at that calendar, you look at the fixtures we have, and if there's one thing that we have to do is avoid losing points in those big games. But this is also good for 5th spot, because 100% an Italian team will be playing in the semi-finals. Atalanta, I don't think have a chance. But I read a very important thing. I read an important thing, significant thing, which says that if Fiorentina qualify for the Conference League semi-finals against Victoria Pilsen, then if Fiorentina qualify for the semi-finals, then Italy have got 5 UCL spots next season confirmed. So that's very good. Up the Fiorentina in the Conference League. Would you take Roma winning the Europa League or Italy winning the Euro Cup again? Roma winning the Europa League without even thinking about it, mate. Without even thinking about it. I already experienced Italy winning a Euros. And it wasn't that far off. It was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So, Roma to win the Europa League. It's not even a question to me. I mean, if Roma wins the Europa League, then I can also see Italy getting knocked out in the group stages, and I could not care less. Because I think club football, not only I prefer it to national and, country football, international football, but I also think it's more prestigious because it's your club. And by the way, how cool would it be to get robbed the final in 2023 and lift the same trophy in 2024? I mean, there's levels to that. So, yeah, look, it also does depend on how Leao turns up to games, Dybala. It's also a game which depends on individual performances. And with that being said, I received a lot of DMs asking if I am going to go to Milan. And I can confirm that I will try my best to get the tickets. The away game, which is the first leg, is going to be during my Easter holidays. So I'm going to try my best and be there in Milan. If you have the chance, if you've got the if you've got the financial means to do it, then it's going to be a once in a lifetime experience. Let's invade Milan. Let's show Milan who the real capital of Italy is. So yeah, if I have the chance to get the ticket, I will be there. But if I'm not going to be there, I will be there in the home game. So yeah, look, I mean, I said this when we eliminated Feyenoord. I don't care who we get in the draw. Because if we want to act like a big team and have a winning mentality, then we will eventually have to face these big teams. The first big encounter has come. Fight, blood, sweat, 2 legs. Anything can happen. Bring it on. We've got 1 month before it. So in this 1 month, we do have an international break. We do have the Derby. We do have Lecce and we do have Sassuolo. So focus. Because these points in the league are vitally as important. They're equivalent, Europa League and top 4 this season. So yeah, bring it on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna leave you here. I've got a football tournament tomorrow, so wish me luck on that. I'll catch you tomorrow evening for the match preview for the Sassuolo game. By the way, real quick, I'm going to read a few comments, but how is this sound? Is this microphone good? Because this is a completely new microphone. So can you please, somebody in the chat or a few people, can you let me know if this sound is good or if it's annoying or if it's unbearable? Maybe if I'm close to it, is it unbearable? If I'm far off here, relying on my chair, is it bearable? If you can quickly let me know how this new microphone is, you'll make me a big favor. Don't get me wrong, Milan isn't a great draw, but call me crazy. I'd rather Milan than Atalanta. I agree, fully agree on that, Vincent. I'd rather Milan than Atalanta, no doubt. I think Atalanta could pose us difficult obstacles that Milan won't, because I think Atalanta play better than Milan. Milan depend on that left wing, Leao and Hernandez. If they don't hit the good form, then Milan are very beatable. Right, sound is better, says Vincent, Owithu, Giulio. So yeah, looks good. So we'll keep this microphone then. And it wasn't lagging today. No, I don't think it was. I don't feel like it was lagging. Ibrahim, you are an absolute legend, mate. I mean, look, Ibrahim in the last week has basically paid for my Milan trip away, train and ticket. If you're going to see an away Milan vlog, it's all on Ibrahim. Mate, you're an absolute legend. I mean, I cannot stress how Ibrahim has just, if I get the ticket, he's basically paid my Milan trip. Hostel, train ticket, football ticket. He's sorted the weekend out for me. I mean, not the weekend, the Thursday and the Friday. Ibrahim, you're a legend. If I am going to end up filming that stadium vlog, I'm going to give you a little mention because you've basically literally paid for it. I'm going to talk to you soon tomorrow with a Sassuolo match preview. Hit the like if we can get 100 likes. If you want to see the team fight. If you want to see this community grow. If you want to see the players just spit the blood at San Siro against Milan. Just hit the like. 100 likes is the like target. Subscribe to the channel. And I will catch you tomorrow for the match preview. Enjoy your Friday evening. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Simo out. How do I end this? This new software has completely changed. Where is the button to end it now? Oh, Lord. There we go. Bye-bye.